Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can integrate Google Map. Also, I'm going to show you how you can set the map type and how you can set the map style. So let's begin with adding the dependencies. So right click on app folder, go to module, and there you can see, click on plus button and type place service maps and click on search. There you go. So add this dependency, let it be synced now. Okay, now let's add a XML file where we are going to keep our map key. So let's add one XML file. I'm giving it a name as Google Maps API. That's it. Okay, so this is the XML file we have. Now inside the resource tag, first thing we need to add a name, a string name, and I'm giving it a name as a Google Maps key. Google Maps key. The second parameter we need to add trans label and make sure it should be false. And now close it. And here we can keep our map key. So if you don't have map key, then map is not gonna work. So we should have to get the map key. So now how can we get the map key? Let's see this. Go to Google, type developer console, go to this portal and use your Google Gmail credentials to log in. Here click on drop down. I have a couple of already projects, so click on create new, and here you can give the any name to your project. Click on create, and here you see some processing. It takes some time. There you go. Now I selected the project. Now go to this dashboard and you see their credentials. So you see the credentials, click on it and you click on this and API key. So it already generated. Now copy this key. This key we need in our projects. Now paste that key here. That's it for this class. Now let's go and create our layout. So I'm going to add a few buttons which is going to change the map type at the runtime, and under that I'm going to add the map fragment. So I'm simply adding one linear layout which is horizontal mode, and there I'm adding some buttons. I think a 4 button is needed. One is for normal type, satellite type, hybrid type, and terrain type. So I'm just doing copy paste for all these 4 buttons. Now I'm changing the ID, and now the text we need to change: hybrid, satellite, and terrain. Now I'm adding a fragment under this linear layout. I'm giving the name as the com.google.android.gms.maps.support map fragment. You need to take care of this step. Now we need to add the permission in our manifest. So above the application tag where it is starting, we just simply need to add the user permission. First permission, we need the internet permission. Second permission, we need access fine location, this one. And third permission, we need access course location. There you go. Now we need to define a metadata inside the application tag. So make sure all these things should be appropriate, otherwise you will get some error. So define it inside the application, this metadata, and just give a name to this metadata as com.android.geo.api_key. Now we need to pass the value. So whatever map key we define in our XML file, we need to pass that value here. So since it is a string, so we are passing that string as a key. That's it for this. And now let's go to our main activity and write the code. So first thing, it should not be extended with the app compact. We need to extend it with the fragment activity. And now we need to implement on map ready callback. Okay, yeah. So now we need to implement one function on map ready. There you go. Now I'm creating a instance, global instance of Google Map. You can give any name. And I'm here when map is ready, I'm initializing it. Now let me handle all the buttons click what we created in our layout. Before that, we need to initialize our fragment. So let's do it with the support map fragment. It is going to return us the support map fragment. So let's do it with the get supported fragment manager dot find fragment and pass over fragment id dot id dot map. So we give it a map, yes, and it will return us supported map fragment instance. Let's import it, yes. Now we need to call one function, that is get map sync, yes, and pass this. Now get the ID of our buttons and handle their click. and same step I'm doing for other buttons. And now I'm setting the map type. So map dot set map type, and inside it we need to pass Google Map dot just a constant map type normal. So in case user is pressing the normal button, then it will be displaying the normal, and just for hybrid it's hybrid, for satellite it's map type satellite, and for terrain it's map type terrain. It's simple constant defined in the Google Map. Now let's handle the on map ready function. So when map will originally load, it will load the map type as a normal, and there are some settings we need to define. So I'm setting up those settings. These are optional. If you want, you cannot set it, but I'm setting it up. And now we need the coordinates, so we need to define a lat long. So I'm giving it a name, any name you can give. So as I'm going to show you the Apple headquarters location on my map, so I'm just giving it as a name, Apple lat long. And we need to create the lat long object. Now we need to pass the actual lat long, so let's grab the lat long. Let's open a browser now, and open map.google.com, and I'm typing Apple headquarters. Uh, this one, and where it is showing me a pin, I'm just right click on it, yeah, and this copy. So I copied the lat long and I'm passing it to my lat long object. Now I'm setting the marker, so map dot add marker, yes, this one, and new marker options. Yep, the position here we need to pass the Apple lat long. Now on the pin, whatever the title you want to show, you can set it inside the title. So I am passing it as Apple headquarter, and there is one more parameter. If you want to set some second line parameter, that is known as snippet, so you can give any name to that as well. So I'm giving Apple California USA, just to make the just to differentiate both of the titles. Now simple Google Map dot animate camera and camera update factory dot uh, typing it dot new lat long and here we need to pass the coordinate and the zoom level what we want to set. I'm currently setting it up to the 10 zoom level. Yeah, that's all for our this class. Let me see why it is showing an error. Let me double check. Okay, so we need to pass the zoom level inside this bracket, and I need to move this bracket outside. And secondly, still showing, we need to set it lat long zoom. Yeah, that's what we are missing. Now that's it. Let's run our application and see how it looks like. There you go. So we are successfully able to load, and I'm clicking on buttons to change the map type or runtime. So yeah, we can see now. That's amazing. Now I'm going to show you how you can change the map style. Like you can, if you want to see the map in the night mode, so how it look like. So I'm just simply first of all adding the updating the layout. I'm adding just the two more button on the bottom this time. I'm giving it a different name, and I want these two buttons on the bottom because we already have a map type on top, so I want the style on the bottoms. You can place it anywhere. I'm giving it as a name button night mode and button normal mode, better day mode. Yeah, and it's normal mode. That's it. Now let's go to our activity and handle these two button clicks as well. I'm just doing copy paste for these two and getting these IDs and just putting it. And now since we need to set the style, so I'm just deleting the type, and now I'm writing the code for setting the map style. Okay, before we do the code, we need to get the style JSON from the Google. So just type Google Map style, and then you can see there are couple of styles we can see. So whatever style we want, we just need to click on it and then click on the finish button, and then you see the JSON file. Now we need to create another folder, that is a raw folder, and inside that raw folder we need to place these JSON file. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm creating first of all folder name raw, and inside raw I'm just creating a file, that is the JSON file. And inside that I'm giving it as a name night mode JSON, and just paste that night mode JSON file here. You can see now I need to resume back to the normal mode, so I'm like on the other button click. So I'm just creating the same JSON, but we'll copy the content from the web now. So let's go back to web and see, this is the normal mode. Click on the button, finish, and see it just have very small content. Just copy it and paste it inside your JSON file. And now inside our button click, we need to write just one line. That is map dot set map style. It's already there. Map style option, this one, yeah, dot load raw resource style, and pass the your JSON file name. So first instance is the context, and second is the JSON file name. Similarly, we can just copy and paste it for the other button click, and just change the name of our JSON file. It was night mode, so second one is normal mode. That's it. So this is how we can set the style. We can copy any style from there, and then we will add it in the raw folder and then use it here. So I'll show you how you can, how it look like a night mode. So these are our types of map. You can see, and now I'm going to click on night mode button. So this is how it will look like in a night mode. This is the normal mode, that's the night mode, and this is how we are seeing what we have defined in our lat long. And there are a couple of more styles. You can use the same JSON file, copy and paste it there. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe. Thank you.